Well, good morning, all. This is the 3rd of August. It's a Saturday, 3rd of August 2024. And here I am in my bedroom. I woke up 10 minutes ago or so, and I got up to do the usual stuff. So, anyway, this is my sort of morning routine. It's only just got light. That's what it's like outside at the moment. Anyway, my dog Checo there, he's been scratching and scratching. I don't know if you can see that, it's a bit dark in here. So anyway, I'm going to wander through my place here. So this is where I live most of the time. So there's an audio mixer on the table there, which I had to remove because it developed a fault. And there's outside. I already opened the blinds, and let's just go over to pour my tea. Riveting stuff this, huh? So I made some tea, and I've got half a croissant in the toaster, which I'll deal with in a minute. So I've got my tea now. And I just took my phone out of airplane mode, which is sitting on the counter there. And just beyond that is my spooky equipment. I'll have to show you my spooky equipment. Okay, so I've got a computer there, which I can spring into life. And then I have these frequency generators. This one, the display's off at the moment. And they're connected to my spooky scaler, and on the spooky scaler is a glass of water that has the properties of various pills and things like that I have on the receiver, which is at the other end. I'm going to show you that. So I have to walk through to the bedroom, and this spooky receiver is situated here by the bed. I'll turn the light on so you can see a bit better. So that's the spooky receiver, which is full of dust at the moment. Gosh, it's so dusty around here. And on the receiver I have a glass with some pills and various things. So the way the scaler works is there's a field between the transmitter there and the receiver here, and you put frequencies from the computer into the frequency generator, which goes into the spooky scaler and is transmitted through the scalar field. So whatever frequencies one chooses to put into the spooky, you can treat various conditions. I can give more details of that later. And also you can put pills and substances like essential oils and stuff like that on the receiver plate of the receiver, or on the plate of the receiver, and those properties go into the water that's on the transmitter plate. So I can explain this in a bit more detail. But there's quite a lot to it. A lot of people are using this stuff now. Okay, I'm gonna go get my tea. Everything happens for a reason, and I just had a nice message from one of my friends in the UK. That's Rajo. She lives with her husband in Glastonbury, and they just saw well, she just saw my blob. I don't know which one. I've got two so far, and this is going to be the third one. Anyway, so my predicament. I'm here in Mexico. I seem to be stuck in Mexico at the moment. I mean, it's a good place to be stuck, but I chose to be here for I think probably the fundamental reason was because of these times that we are living in, and we've been told that there's going to be shortages, and as we transition to this higher frequency. So Mexico is a place where a lot of stuff is grown. Anything can grow here. I'd say it's so fertile. I don't know. It's a bit neglected, really. But you can always get fruit and vegetables. People sell stuff on the side of the street. It's not like you have to go to a big store for everything. You know, when I drive around the main town. Well, I mean, I live in a town like it's a conurbation really, but like half an hour down the highway is a larger city called Cuernavaca, and just driving around there, you have people setting up stalls in the middle of the road. And handing out bags of things like avocados and bananas and mangoes and God knows what else, and it's not expensive, so it's very easy to come across these people. There was some guy that was selling loofahs there a while ago, so we bought a loofah for for the shower, and there's still quite a lot of small businesses selling stuff. You don't have to go to the big stores for everything like you do in the States and in Europe, which is really nice. You know, I go to the ferreteria. I've had a problem with my plumbing a couple of times. Like a couple of weeks ago, I had to replace the the flush system in one of my toilets. I've had to do that a couple of times. So I just hopped in the car and I just drove down the road to my local ferreteria, which is only a 3-minute drive from here, really. And just went in there, and you can explain in broken Spanish and pictures on your phone what it is you need to replace, and out they bring the replacement, which is an exact copy of the one that I'm dealing with, and I can't say the quality is really good compared with what I'm used to. But you can get better quality stuff here if you look around for it. It's just what was convenient for the time. So yeah, I seem to be stuck here because I bought this place. It's quite a big place. It's big enough to do Airbnb, and that was my thoughts. But the road system around here is convoluted, to say the least. God, convoluted roads in Mexico, trying to find your way around. Yeah, of course, everyone can do it, but it's worlds apart from what I'm used to. And trying to run an Airbnb when people get lost around the place. I'm sure they'll find it with GPS, but anyway, my heart went out to doing Airbnb, and the maintenance on the property and so on. So my heart wasn't in it. So and now I have this large property, and I'm thinking, well, there's a reason why I'm stuck here. And through my interests in healing, I mean, mostly energy work, but also in modern healing technology, like the Spooky that I showed you, the Spooky 2 scalar machine. It's quite versatile. It has a lot of attachments to it. But this is a general interest in the way things are developing. I don't believe big pharma is the key. You know, if one gets cancer, one goes and has chemo, and chances of surviving that, or it kills the rest of the good stuff in your body at the same time. I'm not worried about that. Excuse me, I'm drinking my tea. So anyway, I'm thinking that everything happens for a reason, and I should try and turn this place into a healing center. Now I found a woman in Australia that says she has contacts for getting med beds. And I don't know if you've heard of med beds. I mean, a lot of the truthers have heard of these things, but it is not widely known amongst normies, let me say. A med bed is extraterrestrial technology, and it's something that you can actually go into this med bed. It's a bit like one of these what they call CAT scan machines that they have in hospitals. Well, I mean, the pictures that I've seen, but they deal with serious issues, and that you can regrow organs in them, regrow limbs. You can have your age reduced. God, they're miracle things. They're not in use just yet in the general scheme of things. I think the military use these things, but they are becoming more available. And this woman in Australia, she says that she has contacts for getting 3 types. So I'm on this sort of mission to try and finance, try to buy 3 of these med beds to go into the other building that is on my property. I'll probably put a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is going to be a very expensive thing to do. I'll have to employ a lot of people here as well. So buying the med beds is the smallest financial outlay as the way things stand. So there's financial backing to be had for turning this place around and turn it into a proper facility. If I buy the med beds first, then I should be able to get the financial backing to put it all together. I reckon it's going to cost me like $50,000 for the basic machinery, but then by the time I actually have to pay for labor, for not just the builders and gardeners and people that look after the place, but doctors and nurses that need to look after the patients and so on. I mean, it's a quick turnaround. It's not like you come in and stay in a bed, a normal bed that they used to. So it's an in and out thing. But paying these people under the current system is going to cost millions. I worked out it was about $3 million if I'm including the wages. That's crazy. I already have the property, but having the property and actually the equipment is the smallest part. It's the cost of paying wages. I'd need a staff of like 20 people. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm looking into affiliate marketing. to actually get the initial cash together to actually buy the equipment, and then beyond that I should be able to get funding. Well, I'll put some clothes on now. I didn't want to scare you all. Yeah, I'm conversing with a friend of mine who lives in Glastonbury. Well, two friends. That's Lee and Rajo. So looks like you're going to be appearing on my blob number 3. Yeah, just discussing what I'm going to be doing here with this place. You know, being stuck in Mexico, everything happens for a reason. And the only reason I can think of is something which is much bigger than I would have anticipated. Sort of turning this place into a healing center. Anyway, I did mention that already. So I don't keep repeating myself. I'll just stop this blob number 3 now. I don't know if I've got anything else to add to it, but this is a bit of a. This is going to take more editing than the single clips which I've done so far. So it might take a little bit longer to get it online. All right, love you all. Bye.